Could I also get an update of what happened last week since I was not able to be here?
We are now.
Um. Oh, we're doing it now. Okay, excellent, cool. Well, what happened last week was the three of us were sitting in this chat room and we were discussing whether or not we should play, go in and play with just 2 players, or if we should call it a wash. And right as we were discussing that, Chris's computer started to die on him, and he was like manually reaching down and holding his fan so that it wouldn't the microphone wouldn't pick it up. And so we decided just to call that week a wash. So we did some character building stuff and just hung out. And Matt recommended some very excellent podcasts to me, and that was about it.
You.
Okay.
Before we get started, though, Chris with the G, how was your week, real quick? I'm curious.
Yo, it's going great. I got my first improv show this year, Friday, tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, you do improv?
Yep. This year I started up a club with my girlfriend, and we're very excited.
Cool. My wife did tons of it in college. I only did it a couple times. It was a good learning experience, though.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
That's awesome, dude. Do you and your girlfriend role play, like in real life?
Yeah, not regularly, but every once in a while we play a game together.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah. We love each other.
Cool beans. Probably for the best you said that, because she might listen to this later on. I mean, who knows?
She does, she's subscribed to me, so she does get, like, video updates on her phone.
Gotcha. Well, alright then. We better make it entertaining for her then. Okay, so previously where we left off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give a fate point to whoever wants to summarize the last few sessions, because I'm honestly curious how much you guys remember.
I can do that.
Lay it on me.
Hard.
Lay it on me, home skillet. What you got?
Last time on Fate X-Men, I guess we'll call this, the power went out. Dryad and I forget what Colin's name was, but Dryad and Colin went out to see if they could fix it. They found that the tree had fallen over quite suspiciously, knocking out the power, while Exposition and River investigated a strange noise in Miss Frost's office, which turned out to be a hairy monster of some kind that looked vaguely like a man. And we beat its ass.
That you did.
It is now currently tied up in the gymnasium, and we were discussing what to do with it. And Exposition found out that on the USB drive that we covered from its cold unconscious body, that some organization is finding out ways to artificially induce mutations into willing or unwilling subjects.
Very
And
good,
now
man.
we are currently waiting outside the gymnasium doors to go and talk to said hairy monster.
Awesome. Good job. The only thing I'll add to that is that you also discovered from the file that it had some records of tests, and so far all attempts on humans that you've seen have been complete.
I did not remember that.
I'm also going to give a fate chip to Vigilance, because I could be remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure he described the danger room for us last time, and I forgot to give him a fate chip for it.
I did.
Excellent. Well, I'm making up for that now. Okay, so
Thank you.
last time, if I remember correctly, it was Vigilance and Dryad, we're gonna go in and talk with him. But the thing is that since Joe quit the campaign, I'm going to say that he's taking care of the younger students. So either right now it's just Vigilance going in, or if one of you guys or both of you guys want to go help him, that's fine too. I just need to know now before we get the scene rolling.
I will go in as well.
Okay. Chris with the G, are you just hanging out at the door, or are you going in with him?
I'll hang out at the door. Seems like a nice place.
Okay. And I believe we established that he was like bound pretty tightly, yeah? That he had all sorts of like you guys had him chained down, but he had one arm that was sort of that was the broken arm that was loose, but it was also tied up, but not as
I believe so, because they didn't want to damage the arm.
right.
I think we attempted first aid and tried to secure him as best we could.
Right. Okay. So yeah, you guys walk over to him across the danger room, which is basically a gymnasium that looks a lot like the classic danger room with the saw blades that pop out and hit people and the laser guns and obstacles and whatnot. But the thing is that it's all sort of like half complete. It is none of it's finished. There are just like random saw blades and stuff sticking out of the ground. It's kind of a hazard. And so yeah, you guys walk over to him where he is laying on the ground unconscious. What are you guys gonna do? How are you gonna wake him out of his slumber?
I also wanted to bring some water with me.
Oh yes, that's right. Okay, so you've got what, like do you have like a bowl of water or a cup?
A glass.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right, so you've got your glass of water. What's the game plan?
I put it down like out of reach, mostly so he doesn't get knocked over. And I'm just gonna walk over and hey, you okay? Wake up.
He's still out pretty cold. Y'all went pretty
Yeah, I know I clocked the living crap out of him. It cost me 3 fate points.
yeah.
Can I try to wake him up?
Absolutely. Just tell me how you're gonna go about doing that.
Well, I have some decent first aid skills. Basically just gonna try to slowly bring him around. I'm not really trying to damage him or shock him or scare him. You
Okay.
check the pulse, you slowly kind of get his body moving around again, wake him up.
Okay.
I'm being as gentle as possible.
Okay, could you roll an approach for me for that? I just want to make sure that you don't, I don't know, do it too awkwardly where you might hurt him, or you
I
might.
figure I'm being pretty careful.
I don't know.
I don't want to damage it.
Hmm?
I figure I'm being very careful because I'm trying to make sure we don't aggravate his injuries.
Right.
I'm not trying to scare him when he wakes up, so I'm
Okay.
on him nice and
All right, so you're doing a careful approach?
Yep.
Okay. Roll that for me, please. No penalty. Excellent. +1, that'll,
I don't know if
success.
if any of my aspects would help with this or.
No, I mean, it was just a simple roll. I was just, curious. Yeah, you're good. So yeah, he, slowly starts to, open his eyes, and, you guys can both see, that there seems to be like, an intelligence there where there wasn't before. Now he seems a bit more calm. He isn't foaming at the mouth. He kind of groans, and he's like, "Well, where am I?"
Holy shit! Beating people over the head fixes whatever was wrong with him.
No, maybe just an app did that. You're in the Xavier Institute. You broke in and we accidentally beat the living crap out of you. My bad.
We didn't. We beat the living crap out of him quite purposefully.
No, I accidentally beat the living crap out of him. I just hit him once.
He starts looking around. He's like, "Where's?"
She's not here right now.
Yeah,
But,
she's out.
I'm still fairly certain, even if she was here, she'd be pretty pissed if you looting her office.
Looting? No, I was. You've got to believe me. And he's like, as he's waking up, you know, you start to see that he's getting more excited. You know, he's starting to
Okay, well,
like wiggle around quite a bit more. It's like he's starting to get his strength.
let's take it slow and do basic, you know, manners. Who are you?
My name is Henry McCoy. My friend's called. But listen, you've got to believe me that I came to warn you all. They're making a weapon.
Again?
It's gonna. What?
Don't they always make weapons out of people?
Out of character. Are you just being smart, or is this
No,
like
it
some
was kind of
stuff you're
like
alluding to?
people generally screw mutants over. Like, you have the whole Weapon X program and turning people with powers into weapons. It seems like a pretty.
Oh yeah, but
shitty
is that? I don't think that's common knowledge at this point.
Yeah,
Well,
don't
we're
really know
mutants, though, and in the Xavier Institute. I was kind of figuring that would have come up a couple times. If not, then I'll take the comment.
Yeah, I don't think it is, especially since Wolverine isn't on the team, and as far as I know, none of you guys have anything to do with Weapon X or anything like that. Yeah, I was just wondering if you were being a smartass,
Okay.
which is cool. That's a cool character.
No.
Yeah.
Who is they?
Brand.
Who?
That didn't help any.
The Brand Corporation. They're turning it. And he's like starting to stutter and foam at the mouth. Actually, Matt, with Exposition's powers, you can see that this guy is quickly sort of devolving back into his bestial state. So if you guys have any questions you want to ask him, you're gonna have to sort of step on it, you know.
Calm down.
Can I cleverly figure out what might be going on?
Could you be a little less vague?
Does it look like he's...
Hang on.
The adrenaline is doing it?
It's hard to say.
Okay.
You do know that this guy, he looks... Yeah, you know, I won't even require a roll for it. He looks a bit shaggier, a bit hairier than when you guys first tied him up and brought him in here like an hour ago.
Okay.
So it could very well be related to, you know, the adrenaline, but it probably isn't the only factor.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a glass of water in his face.
I was just thinking about that, but if he doesn't have control, it's not gonna...
Okay, what are you hoping to accomplish by throwing the glass of water in his face?
The sudden shock of a cold will snap him out of it briefly for him to explain why he keeps devolving into a monstrous state. Maybe.
Well, okay. Wouldn't it be better just to ask him why he keeps devolving into a monstrous state?
Yeah.
Well, he's starting to foam at my mouth, so...
But we
maybe
know
we
it's
need to
not
reverse
adrenaline.
that before we can get answers.
Oh, okay. So you're throwing a glass of water in his face. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Aren't you like the brain?
Listen, man, we're teenagers. We don't know what we're doing.
Well,
I have a brain, but I don't have enough information to work with, so...
But we do, actually.
Okay, so
This is not
throw
something my character would know, but your character would. If it's a constant agitation kind of thing, he would not have grown all that extra fur during the period we'd been away. If it was just pure adrenaline due to getting upset and stuff like that, water might shock him out. But it clearly isn't, because he's had a lot of additional growth during an unconscious period. So that means that's a total lack of control, voluntary or otherwise. that's more of this is a biology, a genetics, a something along there that has no ability to stop. So throwing the water is not going to help. It'll just slow him down, or it might even speed him up, depending if the adrenaline goes spikes it up. But you're the brain, so I figured you would be able to put those together. Sorry, I'm a plot hound.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned that.
That's why we love you, Chris.
Yeah. I would decide if she's gonna do something impulsive until she has a chance to like sit down and exercise her power.
Do we have a med kit?
All right, hang on. Back it up. Before I get to your question, Chris, Matt, I need to know what it is exactly you're doing.
Throwing a glass of water in his face.
Okay, so you are throwing the glass of water in his face.
Just for water, not the glass.
Okay, all right, I got you. Okay.
I
So
don't
yeah,
want to
you
like
grab.
blind him. Just
All right, so hoping to calm him down, you grab the glass of water and you throw it into his face. And for a second, he looks shocked, and then because he has the aspect wild animal, I'm going to invoke that, and he is going to let out a roar and try to bust through those chains.
balls.
So let's see here. That is a forceful approach. Let's see here. Who did who put the chains and stuff?
I think it was Dryad and myself.
Okay, well, I want you to roll for me to tell me how well y'all did binding him up. I'll give you a +2 bonus since you guys were working together and you had plenty of time to do it.
There were some members of our group who were a little concerned about the strength levels and a little over paranoid about the whole killing monster thingy, and so they used cable, and they
Okay.
wrapped him around multiple times.
Okay. So, but I mean, like, what approach are you rolling for that, though?
I'd say forceful. 'Cause,
Okay.
I mean, they're using overkill effectively.
That's fine. Okay, so I want you to roll forceful for me with a +2. And he's going to roll forceful with a +2 as well, since he's, I invoke that aspect.
7.
Okay, with his +4 bonus in forceful, that's a 5, and then another 2 is 7. So I think that gives him a partial success. Let me double check there. I don't want to tell you guys lies. Okay, let's see here. It says you attain the goal, but at some minor cost. Oh, before I go any further, I completely forgot. I'm going to give this guy a new aspect. I'm going to give him the aspect bound head to toe. So if y'all want to, y'all can invoke that.
Then yes, bound head to toe.
Okay, give me a fate chip.
I thought the first one we don't have to use a fate chip for.
What you mean?
Were we told that I thought this came up last time where the first time you invoke an aspect, it doesn't cost you a face chip?
That's
I
like
think
if you're the
that's
one
for-
that made it.
Yeah, and I think that's for like also for like wounded, stuff. Like if guy gets
Gotcha.
wounded, you
Nope,
can invoke.
okay, then I wouldn't call it. I would let it go.
Oh, so you're gonna let him bust out?
Yeah, why not? It should be amusing.
Okay.
I'm not
So
worried.
yeah. All right then. So yeah, he busts out, and I'm going to say the minor cost is that he reopens some of his old wounds, which have previously been healed thanks to your first aid and his enhanced healing factor. Okay, so Matt, since you just went, Chris, what are you doing while this monstrosity is like busting out right in front of you?
As he busts forward, I'm gonna basically reach out and grab him and absorb all the kinetic energy.
What exactly do you mean when you say you're going to absorb all the kinetic energy?
Kinetic energy is physical force, right?
No, I get that, but I mean, like, the way I understood your powers before is that it's like if he punches you, then you like redirect the force right back at him and like break his fist.
No,
Right?
it breaks right in. It goes into me, and then later on, I can let it back out. I can't do them both at the same time.
Okay.
I can do one, and then the next time I can do the other, but I can only do one at a time.
Okay.
Otherwise, the power would be just broken.
Right. So what are you trying to do right this instant?
So by grabbing onto him and effectively absorbing all the kinetic energy, I'm effectively negating all of his personal force.
Okay, no, that
That's the
sounds
goal.
like something completely different though, because like before I thought it was like only like when people attack you. Now you're saying that like you
Well,
can
he's
just
effectively
hit
attacking
somebody
the
and, like,
chains.
right, the chains, but he's not
So-
attacking you though. Is what I'm getting at.
But I'm my point is I'm trying to absorb that so he doesn't lash out at anybody else. Like, I don't have the strength to hold him, I know that. But I have the strength and the absorption to stop him from hurting someone else.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to pull in. So anything he's thrashing out with will come into me instead of hitting one of the other guys.
Okay, so you're just trying to run interference, right?
Basically, I'm absorbing anything he does to prevent him from hurting someone else.
Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, you put yourself between Matt and or Exposition and the Beast, and you trying to grab. Is that about the size of it?
Sure.
Cool. You want to roll for that then?
Okay. Does my aspect help? Or do I have to spend a fate point for the first one?
You can spend a fate point if you'd like.
But I mean, the first one still requires a fate point, right? For an aspect?
I believe so. Unless you're creating a new aspect.
Oh, okay. See, I got confused last time then.
I could
I'll
be
leave it
wrong.
like that.
It's been forever since we played, so I could be wrong.
I thought it would last that you get to add one aspect for free, and the additional ones cost you the fate chip for every additional aspect you add. Because I remember last time when we did this, for the fight with the beast, I had 3 fate chips and I had 4 aspects that got used. Which is why I was trying to
see
the math
here.
clicked. I mean, I could be wrong, but that was the numbers we used. Because those are what my notes say.
Okay. Well, I'm pulling up the aspects and fate points thing right now.
Sounds good.
But while I'm doing that, and we're trying to figure out how to handle this, Chris, with the G over by the door, what are you doing while this is all going?
Brandon just smiles because he is the smartest boy ever, as exactly what he said would happen has come forth, and he just like steps out of the room and slowly shuts the door, and it's gonna let these two ne'er-do-wells work out their problems.
Wow.
So you're
Son of a bitch.
you're locking River, who's mostly physically defenseless, in a giant death trap room with a monster.
No, I thought he was on the other side, and he's locking you guys in with it.
And not himself, yes.
Right, yeah.
I'm not-
Yeah.
But River's in here with me.
No, Matt is Exposition.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood that. That's fine. I'll handle it.
Okay.
You gotta learn.
Actually-
You gotta learn your lessons, man. You know.
Actually, Chris, I'm going to challenge that. I'm going to say that because you're a diva and you want to be the center of it, you feel like you have to be the one that's the hero and takes this thing out.
Oh
do you
my
want a fate chip
god,
for
you're
that, or
right.
do you want to give me one?
I'll take it.
You want
Yes.
to give me one? Yeah.
These idiots, they didn't listen to me, and now I have to pull them out of the fire. You're right.
Okay.
So I guess, I shrug my guitar into my hands and my eyes narrow. And I say, don't worry, guys, I got this.
Okay. Real quick though, I don't see anything about that in the rule book, one way or the other, Chris. But
Okay.
we'll just roll with it like you said for tonight, and then I'll because that favors the player. And then next week, if I can't find anything about it, we'll just go do it the.
Sure.
All right. So yeah, you invoke that for free. Let me roll my fate dice because I think this would be an opposing. You rolled a 7 total, right?
No, only a 5.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 7 with the invoking gas.
No, because it's my forceful plus 1 aspect, which is plus 2. So that's
Okay. Yeah, he's not doing too well with that. So yeah, he's not. You get him in a big old bear hug, I guess, unless you want to add a little
Nope.
more description to that.
Nope, that's fine.
Actually, come to think of it, you got a
Yeah.
and he got a 2 total. I think that's a. Okay, never mind. I'm looking at it now. It says you succeed with style if it's at least 3 greater than your opponent's.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
So I'm holding him in a hug and just keep sucking in that energy.
Okay, so yeah, he's busting through the chains, but even if he gets through the chains, he isn't going anywhere with you. Got him tied up. All right, Chris, with a. So you've got your guitar out. You know you're going into the room. What?
Are the chains like still on him, or what's? Give me the readout on that.
The cable that they had binded him in, it's sort of flying around as he is breaking through it and is trying to thrash his way out of Chris's hold.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't look like he's going anywhere.
Okay, I had a cool idea, but I'll save that for another day. So how do I create a negative aspect for him? How does that work again?
Well, you tell me what you're trying to do. To start with.
Well, since this guy's been like, you know, confirmed to kind of be an alright guy, River wants to like, you know, use his power, his vocal powers to make him like really nauseous and just like, you know, kind of dizzy and try and stun him instead of blowing his eardrums out again.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Well, I know one thing you could do. You could just roll normally, and then if you succeed with style, then you get to create an aspect. I'm trying to remember how you just create a aspect. Oh yeah, you can create an advantage by. Yeah, just roll normally for that.
Okie doke.
So if you're yeah, so whatever approach you're using, just roll that.
Sorry, I've got so many windows open right now. Let's see. Flashy. Forceful. Whatever sounds good to you.
Sounds like you're trying to brute force this dude. Would that be a fair?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm bad at that.
Okay. And he is going to just try to weather that storm with 4. Okay, so that is a success. So you succeed on, and you create or discover an aspect, and you get a free invocation on it. Okay, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Can he use what I did as a free aspect?
Well, you didn't create an aspect.
Well, I'm just asking you.
Oh,
is
can I
what
turn
did
that into one?
Call that a created aspect.
Well, what do you mean? Like right now, you've got him in a. Do you want that to count as a aspect? Are you having him in like a?
That's what I was
Like
asking.
a.
Is that
Okay, yeah,
about-
yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. We
His-
can
his call,
retroactively
that's-
make that a. We can retroactively make that an aspect where he's like has the aspect in a full.
It's his call. I was wondering if it was possible to retroactively say that counts.
Sure. Since we're all still learning the system, that's fine by me.
No. What he's asking if I could use my turn to like for that discovering aspect. If I could use
Well,
it
I
to like
mean-
make his.
No, I mean if you just made that aspect, Chris, then other Chris can't discover it because you just created it and announced it to the group. He can
Oh.
use it. He can tap that and get +2 or whatever, or reroll.
Okay.
But he can't like use it to you can't discover something that you just you already know about. Now he's got like aspects that you guys don't know about, which are on the GM notes that you guys can discover, but right now you don't see.
Sweet. Okay, I just got an idea. Tell me if this is okay. So what the aspect I want to make is like music tames the savage beast or something. So
Okay.
River like starts doing like a really slow song as he's thinking about how he's gonna take the beast down, and then we all see him starting to get sleepy with the slow and calming music. That's what I want my aspect to be.
That sounds pretty awesome, actually. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's you got have him in a full Nelson, and you're playing the slow, soothing music, and you guys slowly start to see his eyes begin to slowly get heavier and heavier, and he goes to sleep, passes.
Yes, God, I'm so good. Guys, did you see that? Man, I told you so. I told you so. Alright, back to the door.
Alright guys, what's the plan now?
I'm gonna lay him back down and tie him up with twice as much cable this time. Because clearly it didn't work when we had him on last time. Now I need twice as much.
Fair enough. Matt, what you doing while they're binding the savage?
I'm going to inspect the beast's body. See if I can find any evidence of like surgery, prior wounds that are not like the broken arm. It's mainly evidence that he's been tampered with in some way.
Okay, well, that's alright. Give me a roll for that. I'm guessing probably clever or careful. Either one would work. I will say that you're going to be rolling at -4 because this guy's got that accelerated regeneration, and so it's going to be hard to find traces of that.
Fair enough. Alright, it'll be a clever approach as I inspect his body.
Okay. That is not enough. Unless you already calculated in the penalty.
I will use a fate point to tap human computer.
Okay, and that is enough. Okay, you can see faint outlines on his arms where it looks like some needles have been stuck in. It took you quite a while to find him though, what with all the hair and the regeneration.
All right. Did I find anything on his head?
On his head?
Yeah, any surgical scars, like someone put something in his head.
No, no, you don't. Oh, almost forgot. You do find something kind of near his rib cage though.
Interesting.
What is something?
I don't know, just like a little scar. Looks like it'd been healed over from quite some time ago. But then again, with this guy's healing properties, it could be any time. Hard to say.
Hey guys, I think someone put something in this guy. Like physically put something in, not like injected him with stuff. Because he has been injected with stuff, but he's also got like something in him.
Do we have a X-ray machine or Valium or? I don't
Dude,
know.
I'm
we don't
going
even have
to-
satellite.
I'm gonna
I
say
don't
with your since you guys have more heart than money, no, you don't have anything like that.
Fair enough. Well, I'm not a doctor. I know basic, like, emergency first aid. So I don't think cutting him open's a good call.
Okay, so we know that, at least as far as I know, he doesn't have anything in his brain controlling him. Aggression stems from excitement. I'm not gonna assume biological process. River, could you play a song to keep him awake and calm? So he doesn't get overly excited?
Sure. I'm
We could
confident.
actually talk to him. That'd be useful without him trying to, like, bite our heads off.
Okay, so you guys are gonna try this again.
Actually, do we have Miss Frost's emergency number?
You absolutely do.
Let's go call her.
I
shall
ordered
we?
that like
oh, that
half
sounds
an
like
hour
a good
ago.
idea.
Because you know what? If she knows this guy, and there's a big issue, she's the big corporate bigwig.
Is she,
probably-
though? I don't know, but
If she's
yeah,
yeah,
that's
important. Run a school.
That's what matters.
okay. So who's making the call?
Please, River. Good God, River, please.
Not me. Not me. Not it. I touched my nose. Not it.
I wouldn't
I guess
like
I
to
don't
invoke my
mind.
aspect. Why is someone called Frost so hot? And
Okay. Okay. So are you saying that you want a fate chip for this?
sure, if you'll give me one.
Okay. All right, but it's gonna be kind of a difficult conversation then.
I'm prepared.
Okay. Is that cool with everybody?
Not really, but I'm not gonna deny a man a fate chip.
Fair enough.
Sure.
Gracias.
I will. Exposition will facepalm. Just like, oh wait,
Well, I was
the inevitable second call they need to make.
I was thinking maybe he kind of did it behind you guys' back while Chris was rebinding him and you were looking over his body trying to find signs of scars. Maybe he just sort of quietly went out of the room and shut the door behind him and whipped out his cheap cell phone that you all share and went ahead and dialed Miss Frost behind you guys' back. How's that sound?
We all have burner phones.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
We have a burner phone.
Between all of us.
Oh, we all share one burner phone. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
It's just phone. There's no texting. There's no camera. It's a cheap ass phone.
It does. You can play Snake on it though.
Oh, nice. Who has a high
Hot
score?
damn.
Okay. All right. All right. So it's about 10 o'clock in the evening, right? By this, and you guys are on the East Coast. So let's see. West Coast, that would be like what?
8?
1, 2 in the morning.
Oh wait. Which way is the
3-hour
sunrise?
difference from east to west.
Right.
All right. Okay, so the phone starts ringing. You know. Doodle-loop, doodle-loop, doodle-loop. Oh, real quick, important question: are you calling her cell phone or are you calling the hotel? She gave you both. You guys both.
Let's do hotel.
Okay. Hello, Fremont Hotel. How can I help you?
Hello. I would like to speak with room 37 to Miss Emma Frost.
Okay. Hang on just a moment, and I will direct your call.
Thank you.
And there's a couple of minutes ringing, and then finally you hear a groggy voice pick up on the other end. Hello?
Hi, Miss Frost. It's me, Brandon. You know, from the
River.
school. Yes, yeah, me. How you doing?
This is the third time you've called me since someone had either be missing or dead.
Well, then I've got good news for you. Someone's gone missing.
What? Who?
Don't
What?
worry, we found him. He's a big hairy blue monster man, and he
He's
broke
gray.
into our
Oh, I
house.
see.
He's a big gray monster man. He broke into our house.
There's a long silence on the other end.
Hello?
What are you talking about?
Let's see. Someone from the a picture of yours in the office stopped by to raid your office today. But don't worry, we kicked his ass. I kicked his ass,
And you can sort of feel her like rubbing her temple on the other side, you know, of the phone across the. And she's like, "Okay, start from the beginning, River. What happened?"
all right. It was a dark and stormy night when suddenly our power went out. Dryad and Vigilance went outside to, find a tree had been, cut down our power. Meanwhile, what was the dossier? Exposition. And I heard a noise coming from your office, so the two of us stealthily crept in there, only to find a gray-haired monster rummaging through your gear. So the two of us went in there and, subdued him, and then Vigilance blew through a wall and knocked him out. Then we tied him out. He's in the danger room right now. We did some research. He's one of your old colleagues. His name's Henry.
What, Hank?
Yeah, he says friends call him that, but we're not that tight yet.
All right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Please continue.
Then I told him not to mess with him because he's a giant scary monster and he'll kill us all. And they didn't listen to me, and then they threw water in his face and he went crazy again. And right now he's asleep. And we just figured we'd call you to see how we should proceed.
Okay, hang on. Well, you did the right thing calling me.
Thanks. He also mentioned something called the Brand Corporation or something.
Yes, he was working with the Brand Corporation. Let me pull up my laptop. And she you can hear her sort of like rummaging around the room. And then she said, "Okay. Here's what I want you guys to do. Listen closely, Brandon.
I'm listening.
Very, very closely. All right. I'm sending you guys you the information on all the information I have on Henry McCoy and the Brand Corporation. Do you understand? Sending it to Exposition because she's the only one with
She's the only one with what?
an email.
The only. How do I have a SoundCloud account? You know what? Never mind. Continue.
Oh, okay, that's a fair point. She trusts her more than you. It's just she doesn't want to say that.
Yeah,
She doesn't want to be discouraging.
I got that vibe.
Yeah. All right.
And
I need.
what should we do with Mr. Henry?
All right. I want one of you to stay behind and keep a close eye on him. You know, keep the other kids away. I want the rest of you to go see what's going on at the Brand Corporation. I knew he was into some fishy stuff, but this sounds beyond anything I was expecting. I need you guys to go and investigate and see what's going on. Time could be of the essence, so I need you to go now. Understand?
And the phone's already hung up, and he's running back into the room.
And across the country, you can see the face of Emma Frost looking at her phone, frustrated, and she's like, "Darn it, I had more." Okay, so here you guys are. You run up to the other two. What do you?
Exposition, I suggest you check your email.
You suggest I... Also, where were you?
Huh?
I
What?
was kind of snuck out.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, I just have a feeling that someone emailed you something. I don't know why.
That's vague and non-specific.
I also feel like Dryad should keep an eye on him as we go to the computer and read the email.
Okay.
I didn't call Miss Frost if that's what you're thinking.
So, Matt, you go into the computer.
Yep, I will go to a computer and look
Okay.
sidelongly awkward at Brandon.
Yeah, I imagine
Constantly.
he's awkwardly like leaning over your shoulder to read the email as well. Chris
Is
is
this a
vigilance
trick?
going.
Are you gonna like show me some stupid music that gives me a migraine again?
No, no, no.
10th time.
No, no.
Because if this is some stupid music and my brain explodes,
Alright, first of all, my music's not stupid. I have like 16,000 followers.
have you listened to your music?
I have it.
You know what it does to people?
Yes.
You know what it does to me? When I can pick out all of the subliminal messaging you pack into each syllable,
Yes.
consciously control people's movements and thoughts and whatever. It's not fun.
Listen, it's not music this time.
Okay, so I will open my email and I guess find information from Emma Frost.
Yep, you do.
Man, so weird. How'd that get here? She just knew.
Oh yeah, I guess you definitely didn't call Emma Frost at all, did you, when you snuck out?
Maybe she used her
Oh.
psychic powers to make me think that you had an email. Hmm?
You're making a lot of very weird and wild conjectures tonight.
Yeah. So anyway, you find a bunch of stuff from Emma Frost. It's just like a real quick typed thing about Hank McCoy. She talks about how they were colleagues at one point. He was really interested in studying mutation and how it happened. You know, if it could be repressed, things like that. You know. And you know, after
Interesting.
after college, he started working for this thing called the Brand Corporation. It's actually located in about a 3-hour drive from where you guys are located, actually in Upper New York. As for the Brand Corporation, you know that it's a public. They're a corporation that's really interested in like studying genetics and mutants and stuff. They haven't, as far as you can tell, like the main thing that they've sold is like this drug that's currently being studied by the what is it? It's not the FCC. What is it? That maintains the drugs and such.
FEMA.
The FDA. Wasn't FEMA like the response team to like stuff going really bad? 'Cause I think it was the FDA, Federal Drug Administration. Hang on, I'll look it up.
Yeah, we'll go with the FDA. So it's being studied by the FDA to
Food and Drug Administration.
see if it works. It's supposed to help mutants control their powers or like suppresses them, you know, stuff like that. But it's very controversial. It's still being tested. But right now it's as far as what you can tell and from what you managed to speed read, it's nowhere near going to market or receiving any sort of public release yet.
Interesting.
Oh, also you see a PS thing at the bottom of all this saying that she wants you guys to go investigate the Brand Corporation ASAP, and she's putting Vigilance in charge.
Cool.
What the hell?
Okay. So while we're waiting for Chris to get back, is there anything you guys want to do before y'all raid the?
Yes.
Lay it on me.
We can do like group aspects, right? I can create an aspect where all of us can tap.
You can maybe create a temporary aspect. What do you have in mind?
I want to cleverly gather information on the Brand Corporation to create a temporary aspect informed ahead of time that we can all tap like bonus while we're doing our discreet raid.
You know, that sounds like a like it might be like a great basis for a stunt for you to do.
Oh, that'd be
Like once per session, if you can, you know, do something like that. I don't know, dude. That I mean, you guys can get like the basic stuff from like Google and whatever. You know, like this is the official Brand Corporation website, and here are our nice facility, and that's. What exactly are you planning on doing?
I want to see if I can like more than just like quick Google search. I want to see if I can dredge up like floor plans, employees, security details.
Okay.
Windows.
Well, it sounds like you're trying to create an aspect. So I want you to roll either. Let's go with careful since you're trying to be well prepared. And I'm going to say it's going to be at a minus, say, 2, and then we'll see how well you succeed, and that will determine what kind of information you can get your hand.
All right.
Ah, Chris, good, you're back.
Yep, so I'm still waiting with Hank.
Okay.
Let's spend those fate points.
Okay, what aspect are you invoking to create an aspect?
Alright, I will invoke human computer to give me a +2.
Okay.
That leaves me at currently modified by 0, so I'm still at a -1.
Wait, what do you mean? I see you rolled a -1, and then if
That
it's
is
+2.
the
Oh, right,
result
with
from
the yeah,
careful.
that's right. All right.
Minus the 2 for the penalty you're giving me from a roll.
Right, or you
Plus
could
the
you
2.
could use it to re-roll. By the way, Chris, Dryad comes and relieves you if you want to go hang out with the other player.
Okay.
Three
Once she's
over.
got the whole pheromone thing going, I'll step out so I don't get affected.
Let's
Sounds
try a
good.
reroll. Let's do that.
And I'll wander up and try to figure out where the hell everybody went.
Really should have put careful higher.
Oh, you know where they went. Exposition went to go check her email at Rivers.
I will head that way.
Alright, so it's just a -1 rather than a -3. Can I tap anything else?
That was probably something you should have decided before you spent that fate point.
Well, I mean, I'm in a slightly better situation.
All right.
I can just spend. Could I do talking helps me figure stuff out? I think I could do talking. Can I spend another fate point to tap talking helps me figure stuff out? Give myself another +1 or +2, sorry.
Yeah, why not?
Yay.
Okay, so that's another fate point. So that's all right. So how I'm gonna handle this is that you succeed, and there's going to be a one-time use aspect that anyone can tap for this mission called well prepared. So so if you need to, if you guys need to like sneak into it, I'm gonna say that you can use it to bypass some security, or if you need it to impersonate one of the guards, maybe you can use that or something like that, or if you need it to escape, maybe the quickest way out, that sort of thing. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good,
Okay.
bruh.
All right. And with that, oh yeah, Chris, I don't know when you left, but basically what's going on is that Ember Frost wants you guys to do a raid on the Brand Corporation tonight to see what the heck's going on before they have a chance to cover it up. And she's putting you in charge of it.
Wait, me?
Oh yeah.
She probably didn't want it to look weird since I'm her favorite, so she like put someone else in charge. I'm sure.
What's the intent of the raid?
Finding stuff.
Okay, so it's a sneak in, download files kind of thing, not a raid in like actual raid.
Yes.
We're going to Black Temple and we're gonna take down Illidan.
What?
He's doing a World of Warcraft joke.
No, that was in character, right? I have no idea what that means.
Oh man,
I
that
have no
means
idea.
Brandon does. He's getting less cool by the minute.
That's it. My character has no idea what that is. I'm clueless.
I will raise an eyebrow at Brandon. Judgingly.
Oh, like Exposition hasn't traveled the realms of Azeroth.
Hey, Exposition might have. For a short time, but she definitely thinks that Brandon's too cool for that. He's putting on airs.
Okay then.
Okay, so do we have a floor plan of the building?
I managed to dredge up something.
Of course, we're well prepared.
So where is the server room?
Why, it's
There.
right there.
And there.
Yeah.
And also there.
Surrounded by those 12 death bots. A laser grid.
We
Okay.
got a couple server
Well,
rooms, actually. We're a
I
pretty
don't
big
actually know
corporation.
how to use a computer. So
I
what do we need to like? How do we turn it on and like download all the stuff you want?
Well, I can handle that. I just, you guys are better at like sneaky and physical stuff than me.
Okay.
So I can handle computer stuff.
Okay. So we have a floor plan. Do we know how many guards are on? Because I'm assuming it's nighttime by now. How many guards are working and
Sort
what's
of.
their-
Maybe.
What do you mean by sort of?
Well, I mean, they like to keep their details close to the chest. I can only figure out so much.
Okay. Is there any way for you to subtly mess with the cameras?
If you can get me on site to a security room, sure.
Okay, so you have to actually be there.
Yeah, I mean, they don't like just post their camera feeds to the internet for
Okay.
anyone to hack into.
So let's try it this way. Where is the closest security feed to an access point that we can get?
There?
Okay,
think.
because here's the way I look at it. We can temporarily short out the power grid.
That's what I was thinking.
I guess we could.
No, it's easy. I do it all the time. Often accidentally, but whatever. Temporarily shut the power. We get in through that window. Get to your security whatever thingy. Plug your whatever in and download whatever you need. Right? And then you can mess with the cameras right while you're there, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're probably... Well, I mean, if they're dumb, everything will be on the same... circuit, server, network. But, I mean, if they're not dumb, the camera feed, the security systems might be on a separate network than the data
But-
servers, so
But
we
once
might
you,
actually have to physically get to the server. But we won't know until we get there.
but once you get the camera room thingy done, you'll know where the other thingy is.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get to the security room, I can figure out all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
That's
so
that's easy.
Does that sound like a basic plan?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you guys get me in there. I'll do my thing.
Okay. So I think that's our plan.
Okay, I'm
Since-
going to repeat this back to you guys to make sure we're on the same page, alright? Alright, so first thing you guys are going to do is that you're going to try to use your intel about the floor plans and just sort of guess where the camera's going to be in order to sneak in undetected, right?
Well, we're going to use me to just temporarily suck the power out of the grid to shut everything down for a second so we can get in the building without setting off the alarms.
Okay.
Once that gets us in and out of the camera sites, we can go to get to the security room before the power comes back on. Let it come back
Okay.
on. We do what he does, whatever techie thing techie people do. My character has no clue about tech.
Okay.
And then he tells us where to go. If we figure while he's there, he figures out where the guards are and how many. That'll be great.
Okay. The only thing I'll add to that is that Matt, judging by the floor plans and your superior intellect and stuff, you know that this place probably has some kind of backup generator or generator type thing. So even though it's on the main power grid, it's probably not going to be off for that. So you guys are going to have a very narrow window.
Do
Okay,
we
what
have
about-
enough of a window then? I mean, you can calculate all this stuff. How much time will we have to get from exit outside to into the security room? Do we have enough, or do we have to come up with a
Couple
enough
minutes.
plan?
So we'll have to run.
I'm not worried about running. I'm worried about not having enough time. Like if
I
it
mean,
only
if
shuts
we're
down for 10
quick-
seconds, then we need a plan.
Okay, so I mean there'll be like a few minute changeover while the generator gets online and then like starts throwing power everywhere. So that gives us like 5 minutes to like quickly run into the security office.
Okay.
And then
So
like
looking at
once we're in the security office, we're okay. It's just
looking at
Yeah.
the map, from wherever we pick as a way to sneak in, is that 5 minutes? Or is it gonna take us like 20 minutes to walk there carefully or sneakily, or is it possible to do in 5 minutes? Is my point.
I guess would that expend the aspect? Aspect like find to get the closest spot to the security room? Or do I already know that?
Well, I don't know. You could do that, expend it, or I think it might be entertaining if you guys actually had to split up, and one person had to
No.
deal with that, and the other
No.
person. Okay.
Dude, how many years have you been gaming? Never split the party.
We don't want to be entertained, Richard. We want to win this.
Okay.
We don't
Fair
want to
enough.
be killed in the second session just because we're stupid.
Okay. All right. All right.
I want to get killed for a good reason, not stupidity.
Words to live by. Words to live by. Okay, so you guys are expending that aspect. Okay, then yeah, I'll say you guys can do that in less than 5 minutes.
Excellent.
Okay.
I think we have a plan. It's not a good plan, but it's a quick plan, and that's kind of important.
Awesome. So, anyone have anything they want to add to that before we get the ball rolling?
I don't think we have anything else we can.
We have to have a cool superhero suiting up scene before we go.
Montage.
Dude, you spoiled my thunder, or stole my thunder.
Oh,
But
my
yeah,
apologies.
yeah, absolutely. You guys totally do. And in fact, why don't we sort of go around the table and you guys can describe your outfits that you wear into that. I will say though, probably a good idea to wear a mask. Just throwing that out there. So let's start with Chris G, since it was your idea. In this montage, as we see you guys gearing up and your outfits before you all jump into the extra jalopy. What do you?
He's got like that standard black and yellow X-Men like suit, like Cyclops wears, Only he's just got like a sweet track jacket over it that also has the X-Men symbol on it.
Okay. Is he wearing like Kiss makeup?
Oh, of course.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
The guitar he uses for this mission is all black, but it has the X-Men symbol on it.
Awesome, awesome. Matt, tell us about Exposition's outfit.
So she's gonna be more careful. Mainly black clothing, like black loose-fitting khakis, lots of pockets, putting various stuff she might need in. Black hoodie. What sort of mask would she wear? She's got like a cheap plastic dollar store like skeleton mask.
Really?
Especially
Like the Misfits kind of?
I don't know what that one looks like. Hang on.
Don't worry about it. I was kind of picturing her more like maybe wearing like a Daft Punk helmet or something, but that works good.
Yo, those are expensive, and she doesn't have that kind of money.
That's a good point.
She
Okay.
probably looked at one like, I really wish I could buy that.
What do you think she could have built her own?
Not yet, but she might want to.
Okay. So yeah, so right now she's wearing her cheap dollar store mask and a X-Men uniform with a black hoodie, right?
Yes.
Excellent,
So
excellent.
she's gonna like put tape over the X-Men logo.
Okay. Well, that both of you are kind of. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
No.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Chris, what's Vigilance attired in as he goes out to battle?
Well, it probably takes a while because, you know, the lockers don't work well, and you have to find the right suit because, you know, they don't wear the right sizes, and we don't have a lot of spares. And then you gotta fix the damn thing because it probably hasn't been repaired from the last time we used them.
I'm going to say that
our montage scene is
repairing.
kind of a break. There's a quick sewing scene as we're all trying to fix the repairs.
Actually,
and
I
then
was
we
going to
get
say that repairing torn X-Men uniforms counts as towards your home ec class.
Okay. He's wearing the black suit, you know, because it's standard. He's probably wearing a, you know, that whatchamacallit, that Phantom of the Opera kind of mask, that kind of style.
What, like
Where
the half mask?
Yeah, it's like a half mask thing. You know, really
Interesting.
larger eye holes that gives you a little more space so it doesn't interfere with you. And you know, I don't want to be bothered by like a thick mask, so it's not something he'd care about because this isn't a big deal to him. And he doesn't have money to go buy anything else, so
That's interesting. I was
raid the theater
picturing
department.
him like polar opposite. I was expecting him to like go into battle with like steel-toed boots and like blue jeans and maybe a denim
No.
jacket, like a handkerchief over his face.
I would prefer to go with just jeans so I don't wreck the stupid uniform. We only have one. If it gets wrecked, I'm screwed.
Gotcha.
But since everyone else is suiting up, I kind of feel obliged to do what my friends are doing.
Gotcha.
So I think jeans and a t-shirt and a simple mask over the face would have been cheaper and easier, but I'm sticking with my friends on this one.
Sounds good, man. Okay, so yeah, you've got your Phantom of the Opera mask on.
Yeah, I raid the theater department.
Yeah. And now the real question is, who gets to drive?
That wouldn't be me since I don't know how to drive.
All right, River. Looks like it's your time.
All right.
Okay, so Matt, before we get to the building, since you used 2 fate points in order to create one aspect, why don't you describe the X van for us for a fate point?
Oh, jeez. Hold on.
Why don't you describe the X Volvo for us?
The X Volvo.
So I think Miss Frost would be looking at something economic, fuel efficient, but still able to hold all the equipment. I don't really know cars that well. Jeez.
I can help you.
Dude, this isn't like a huge thing, man.
This is probably like a black, unmarked van. Probably with some like seating removed to like store with equipment racks put in, so we can strap anything we might need.
Okay, sounds sensible.
It looks super sketchy.
Yeah, I was about to say. Okay. All right. So after about a 3-hour drive, you guys are
stranded on an island.
outside.
Sorry, you said 3-hour drive, so my first response was stranded on an island. Gilligan and the skipper. Sorry, my bad.
Oh my gosh.
With Brandon,
I'm old,
exposition
okay?
2.
I'm tempted to take away a fate point for that.
That's fair. It's totally fair.
It's all good. It's all good. We're gonna roll with it. Okay, so yeah, you guys are outside this building. By this point, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. What's the game plan? How are you guys going to enact your plan to bust?
Just as we said, we get everybody in position. I'm gonna suck the power grid on around the building real fast, and then we head in.
Okay.
Quickly.
I am gonna say though, before you guys get started, I should probably describe the building a little bit more. You guys see that even though it's you know, like 2 a.m. in the morning, and everyone should be home, you see like all the lights are on this place, and occasionally you can see people wandering around inside. You know, you guys see guards, you know, outside the building. They all look armed, but it doesn't look like anything serious. You know, you see some handguns and tasers and maybe some batons and pepper spray and stuff like that, but you don't see like automatic weapons or AKs or anything like that.
How many guards are there?
Hard to say. Just from your position, looks you can easily see 3 or 4, maybe some more.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to avoid them. Sneaky as possible. We are being careful to not set off anybody's notice.
Okay. All right, so let me see here. What would you roll for this? I guess careful then. I need you guys to I'm gonna say vigilance. I need you to, since you're the one draining the power, I need you to roll me a careful check in order to do it without ordering.
Okay.
And but before you roll, I'm gonna offer you a fate chip because you fear your own, and so I'm gonna say that you maybe kind of overestimate the amount of power you're gonna have to suck in. And
Oh crap. Sure, totally fair.
okay, so you can either accept that fate point and not cause a explosion, or you can refuse that
Nope.
fate point and give me one of your.
No, it's my aspect, right? Of my own power. I'll take it.
Right, but you
Totally
don't have to take it. Okay.
Yeah, but it makes sense. So totally
Okay.
fair.
Okay. I will give you a fate point, and you absorb way too much power, and you have to expel it, and so it flies off and hits a nearby tree and causes a massive fireball as the tree, you know, bursts into a million pieces that are all on fire.
Should I be rolling forceful then and not careful?
Well, since you accepted the compel, you don't actually have to roll anything. It just happens.
Okay.
Or at least that's how I understand it.
I say, oops, run.
Okay. Now that the guards have been alerted, what are you guys doing?
Same plan. We kind of avoiding the guards, get into the security room.
Gonna book into the security room and lock the door.
Be quick and careful.
Okay. Well, here's the thing: is that you just guys successfully took out the power, right? I'm gonna say that happened. But the guards that were nearby are alerted, so now you're gonna have to go through the guard. So let's see here. What is I need to know your guys' quick. That'll
2.
determine who goes first.
2.
2.
Everybody have 2?
Yeah, that worked
Nope.
out.
Okay, they've got a 2 as well. So let's do opposed rolls to see who goes first. Okay.
Wow, that was pretty good. 4, 1, and 4.
Okay then. So yeah, all the players are gonna go first. Let's see here. I'm not gonna bother doing an initiative thing for this. Let's see here. River and Exposition rolled the highest. So I need you guys to decide between yourselves who's going to go first. Unless y'all want to roll again.
Ladies first.
All right. I will go first then.
Okay, so you see, 4 guys standing in between you guys in the doorway. They're, reaching. They've got their guns out. It looks like they're talking into some walkie-talkies. Very irate. What are you gonna do?
Shit. So focus on disabling them quickly and running past. I'm gonna run up and kick one of them in the balls.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a forceful approach. Or do you have something else in mind?
I was gonna go for quick. Just run
Okay,
up
yeah,
and,
that'll do it. Trying to catch him off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say you do some crazy acrobatic stuff to catch them off guard, so they don't just shoot you as you're running.
Yup. Oh shit,
Awesome.
we got guns, don't we? Crap. Alright, so...
Oh,
roll
hey, looks
quick.
like my bud. Hang on a sec. Let me send him a link to Discord. You can be describing your action while I get him a link.
Alright, so... after the, using the sort of momentary confusion from the exploding tree, I'm gonna sort of run, duck, and weave up to one of the security cars and just slide low and just kick up, catching him in the groin.
Sounds good, man.
And I rolled a 1 on my quick.
Okay. Well, I guess this will be a flat roll then to oppose. Okay, yeah. So he takes a point of stress. So yeah, you knock that guy out, and the other 3 guys seemed a bit pissed. As the guy falls over, clutching his genital. Chris, what you doing?
So River is running right behind her, and the guy collapses, and the walkie-talkie that he was speaking in kind of comes undone and clatters to the floor. And Brandon picks it up and takes a big breath, and then he does his Black Canary scream into the walkie-talkie while it's on. So just everybody that's on that channel gets blasted.
That's pretty brilliant.
Shit.
I don't know if it's gonna work quite the way you think it is, but that's a good idea.
I know, I can't wait to just blow up this walkie-talkie in my hand and not do anything else.
Yeah, why don't you roll for me?
Okay. So forceful, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Oh, I'll have a 1.
Hang on a sec. I'm gonna hop on the thing and tell him to get on Discord.
Okie doke.
Okay, never mind. He's here. Hey Dalton, how's it going, man? If you're talking to us, you're muted, dude. Dude, Dalton, can you hear us?
He's not even transmitting.
Well, he's
Yep.
he's muted.
No,
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna listen in. Don't mean to interrupt. At least for today.
Okay, yeah, it's all good,
Cool.
man. Okay, cool. Yeah, but before we get going, everybody.